All right, Matt, you are a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and now you are the champion of meat rubs. What Super Bowl titles weren't enough?
Yeah, right. I was always kind of a foodie, which was, I think, at one point in my life, a derogatory term. It was like, you know what? I'm really passionate about this stuff. And a lot of your friends that come through the NFL will get into the restaurant business and maybe open a sports bar or something like that. I became interested after my time at Babson, once I'd retired, getting into food production, the other side of it, sort of making something that you could sell back.
So when it comes to serving maybe smoked meats,
yeah.
How do you recommend that we use your product or do it to the highest level?
So there is a little sort of method to the madness behind what we created here. And one of my products is actually, we call it Life of Brine.
Okay.
And the idea is we're really pushing people to dry brine their meats. And all of our rubs were purposely crafted to be low in sodium because we want you to brine, right? If we told you to brine the meats in advance and then you threw a full salt rub on it, it'd be overly salty, right?
Okay, wait, signs me up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so why would I brine? Why would I salt rub? Like, why wouldn't I just throw some marinade on it,
Exactly.
soak it, and grill it?
You're coming home from work, you grab one at the store, you're not going to have time for this. Hopefully, when you leave in the morning for work, you put the smoked salt on the meat and it tenderizes it. Tenderizes it and it delivers some flavor to the middle of the cut. I always call smoked salts essentially insurance for your meat, right?
Okay.
It tenderizes, but it delivers flavor, and these are cherry wood smoked salts, so it actually brings some flavor to the middle. So it basically, salting your meat is one of the easiest tricks that people can do to come out with a spectacular result. It's really hard to make it tough if you've done that step. And then alternatively, once you've done that step, you come home, you crust the exterior. Beefcake is one that obviously goes well with a lot of the steaks, but it's essentially herb crusting, right? But the idea is that we want that really heavy, dark, thick, flavorful crust, but that doesn't sort of impede on just the flavor of the meat, right?
And this works on beef, pork, chicken. Like, these rubs are kind of ubiquitous. They go on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And in candor, of course, the brand has smoke in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if people cook in a crock pot or an air fryer, or they just like to grill, or they like to cook in their oven, this is really meant to work across the whole spectrum. If you're cooking with chicken, say, or pork, these make for great Super Bowl crock pot meals, right? You can put just a big old pork butt and douse it in Gold Bark, and you'll be good many hours later, right?
Now, we've got nuts on the table, so it would have been weird if we'd had beef on the table, like raw meat
It'd have been
on
a little,
TV.
yeah.
But you've got your rubs on these nuts, so what are we looking at? How do they taste? What are we talking about?
Well, so the genesis of the company was, yes, we're going to come up with some flavors, but we're not going to make 25 iterations, right? We're going to nail a few, and we're going to find new product applications. So in this example, we do agave glazed nuts with the different rubs attached to them. So we have beefcake, agave glazed cashews. It's meant to be a light, sweet, peppery, sweet and savory kind of round. On the other side, we have my Gold Bark pecans. So again, same with the agave glaze. It's nice and light, but those are excellent. You can use.
They got a kick to them.
They do. There's a little spice.
There's a spice to them.
Yeah. The general idea here is this is the first couple products we've come out, but the idea of the line is we'll continue to extend to new product types as opposed to new iterations.
Being bold,
yes.
I can't let you go without a Super Bowl prediction.
Sure.
Who do you think is bringing home the Vince Lombardi trophy?
You know what? I'm partial to the Niners. It's easy to talk about Patrick and Kelsey. They're amazing. I get that. All the circus act that can be the Niners offense at times, but this is like the second and third rate defenses in the NFL, and that's how they got there. So I tend to think the balance, top to bottom, is a little better with the Niners, and that'll be my guess.
3-time Super Bowl champion Matt Chatham, and oh my gosh, culinary expert as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
If you would like to learn more about Matt's products and try them for yourself, head to rubsmokelove.com.